Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather. Today's video is so special to me because I finally got my Pat McGrath and Bridgerton collab collection. I'm so ecstatic to be doing this video for you guys. This is something that I have been dying to get in the mail, and it finally got delivered a few days ago. I ordered this on December 26th when it was released on the Pat McGrath website. I was able to get everything from the collection. I know that there is now a wait list for it. So I have all of the pieces here. I can't wait to share these with you guys to show you the textures, the colors, all of the color stories for everything. Let me just start off by saying that when Bridgerton, the series, came on Netflix, I kind of didn't have much interest in it from the get-go. I was just kind of I would breeze through it, try to pick something else to watch. And one day I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna start watching it. And that moment that I started watching it, I was like, oh my God, so taken aback by that show. It was so stunning. The costumes, the makeup, everything, just everything to do with that show totally captivated me. And I literally binged watched that show in I wanna say it was 2 days. I think it was my 2 days off that I binged that show. And I never binge shows. I mean, my husband can even tell you that I do not binge watch shows. But there was something about this show that, like I said, it just totally was so magical to me, and it just captured me from the get-go to watch the entire thing, like I said, in just the 2 days. So, with that said, after watching that show, I was so incredibly excited to see that Pat McGrath had done the collaboration with Netflix. I went on the Pat McGrath website and I kind of briefly read through just sort of the meaning and all of the different storytelling behind Pat McGrath's collaboration with Bridgerton and Netflix and Shaunaland. And it was just such a beautiful and a very romantic story that they had behind basically all the pieces that she has in this collaboration and collection. This collection is absolutely going to be a first impressions. I have never really done a full collection review from Pat McGrath. Now, I do have one of her Mothership collections, and one of my earlier videos, I did do the Pat McGrath, I want to say it was the Mothership Rose, Divine Rose palette review, but this is going to be something a little bit different for me on my channel because I've never reviewed the highlighters, the blushes, and an eyeshadow palette from her all at the same time. So I wanted to do this video not only for my own personal gain because I am so excited to have this collection in my possession. I basically wanted to let you guys know whether or not it was worth it to be on that wait list for this collection. So I am going to basically just in-depth talk about everything. There will be swatches. I'm gonna do an eye look. As you can tell, I already have most of my base, lips, eyebrows kind of done. So let's go ahead and let's get into the beautiful Pat McGrath and Bridgerton collection. Okay, so now that I've gotten the introduction out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into the products. So here you go. This is going to be the beautiful eyeshadow palette. All of this packaging is stunning. It's so beautiful. I'm not throwing away any of this packaging because it's so beautiful. So this is the Diamond of the First Water palette. Has not really too much texture to it, but it does have this beautiful gold on the actual packaging itself. So let's go ahead and open this. Now, it's easier to kind of look at both sides if you don't want to rip the packaging. I really don't want to rip this packaging because one side seems to be a little bit more difficult to open than the other. Okay, so here we go. Here's the palette. We're gonna go ahead and open this bad boy. Oop, there's a little bit of something there. Let's throw that up to the side. There it is, you guys. Oh my God, it's so pretty. So, shade names. We will start right here. So this is called Iconic oh God, I can't even pronounce these. Okay, so starting right here, this shade is called Iconic Ingenue. We have Art of the Swoon, Regency Blue, Plum Regalia, Duchess Divinity, and Love Match. So these are, I mean, they're really beautiful shades. I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted this palette for Regency Blue. This shade is just so stunning. I'm gonna create a look using this today on my eyes, and let's move on to the next product in the collection. So we also have the Bridgerton Divine Blush and Glow Trio, kind of the same thing here, where the packaging is that beautiful blue ribbon with the purple roses. So here we have Cherish, Nymphette, and Venus Nectar. Okay, so again, the packaging, really cute. I just really love this. And it's a really nice, sturdy, like packaging. Here's the packaging for the highlighters. So if you open them up, they have a beautiful embossment on the inside. It's so beautiful with the little baby cherub and the little crown on the inside. This is just like very like royalty. I mean, I just love this. This embossment is beautiful. I hate to touch this because I don't want it to go away. This shade here is called Incandescent Gold 002, and the other one is Extreme Gold 002. So same thing, also has the embossment on the inside. Oh, it's just so beautiful. That was everything that came in the collection. I will make sure to link everything down in my description box, and I'm also gonna have prices in the description box as well. Let's go ahead and get into the look. So again, like I said, this is going to be definitely like a first impressions for the collection. Just wanna make sure that I am able to let you guys know whether or not it is worth it to purchase this collection. So, oh my God, I have so many different eye looks that I was kind of like browsing through before I started filming, and I don't want to go like super heavy. There was this really beautiful, super like defined, like a darker kind of like black eye look where she had put the Regency Blue on top, and it was so beautiful. So I'm not sure what I want to do. I'm not sure if I'm going to do something like that or not. Okay, so I want to put down a little bit of an eyeshadow base. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Give Me Glow Cosmetics. This is the primer that I basically just reviewed, and I really love it. I'm going to use a very specific brush for this because I don't want to just kind of like slap it on. I'm just like dipping into it. I'm gonna dip into Iconic Ingenue, kind of like as my crease color. This is gonna be kind of a softer satin finish. Very pretty. It's really nice. It's blendable. It's very creamy. Goes on real nicely. It's a really fair shade. I think I'd like to deepen up the crease a little bit, so I'm gonna go in with Art of the Swoon. Just use the same brush. I love the little embossment of like the bees. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, that would be so pretty just to use like alone. These are really beautifully pigmented. They're very soft. It's a really nice texture. So that was just kind of really quickly swiping and swirling into the eyeshadow. I want to go into Love Match, this one down here at the bottom, and just go underneath the eye area. That's super pigmented. Wow, that's really pretty. Just gonna take a clean brush and kind of like buff it a little bit here so it's not like a harsh line. I want more of a diffuse, softer line here. Now I'm gonna go into that plum regalia. Oh wow, that's really soft. Okay. Ooh. Hopefully it doesn't get everywhere. I'm gonna just press that on. Just gonna do it all over the whole eyelid, because we're gonna go in with that beautiful blue shade. So I was thinking earlier about the show and like I was saying earlier, I just loved all of the costumes and the makeup and everything. I really gravitate towards like time period pieces like that, like shows that do like very time period like series. And however, a little bit of like realness here. Towards the end of the season, I have to say that I was like kind of shocked at how like sexy that show was. I was just kind of like thrown off because it was just sort of like that whole buildup of like Daphne and Simon just kind of like having all of this like sexual tension between each other. And let me tell you, I really wasn't expecting kind of like the static electricity of sexualness that they were gonna have between one another. It was to a point where I was like, I felt kind of like embarrassed to watch it in front of my husband, but I loved this show so much. It was so funny. My husband was just laughing at me whenever like those parts of the like show would come on, and he's just like, what are you watching? I was like, it's actually a really good show. That looks pretty. Wow, that blended so pretty. Oh my gosh, that looks really beautiful. I mean, I just hit that with like the brush that I was using for all the colors in my crease, and it just blended it so beautifully. Okay, okay. I think I like it. Just makes me kind of sad that I'm digging into these really cute like embossments on this palette. I have to say that's probably the one thing that sucks the most about this, is that all the embossments are going to be ruined. But this eyeshadow palette is like so pretty so far. Like these are really beautiful colors that I feel like kind of have like a neutralness to them. Like they can be used on a daily basis, and the texture so far, again, so far so good. Yeah, that looks really nice. I feel so pretty. Just, there's fallout, of course. But, well, obviously if you're worried about fallout, just do your eye makeup first and then you can do your face makeup afterwards. Okay, I'm getting really excited because I'm very excited for this part where I'm going to do the blue. So I am going to grab my handy dandy MAC Fix Plus spray, and I'm looking for kind of more of a synthetic flat brush. So yeah, I'm just gonna take like something that's a little bit like more of a flat brush that has like synthetic hairs. I'm going to dip into the color. So right now we're dipping into that blue. So the Regency blue shade is what I'm dipping into. Ooh, it's pretty. Okay, and then yeah, that's a lot came off, so that's nice. Just gonna spray a couple sprays. And then, oh, I'm so excited. Okay, where do I want to put it? I think I'm just gonna do it in the center. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. So pretty. I feel like I am gonna go back in with my fingertip though, just to get more of that product on there. Oh, it's so pretty. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I just dug my finger into it. So this is digging my finger and swirling around in the eyeshadow. And I'm just gonna press it right on top. Sorry guys, I'm not flipping you off, I swear. See, oh, that's so beautiful. Yeah, it works a lot better with your fingertip. And it's definitely like a layerable and buildable eyeshadow. Oh, yes. Oh, that's so fun. Okay, I'm gonna do just a little bit of eyeliner. I'm gonna use the Bobbi Brown. This is her long wear gel eyeliner in the shade Caviar Ink. I don't wanna do a black because I think that's gonna be a little bit too harsh for the look that I'm going for today. So let's see. So this has a little bit more of like a, kind of like an espresso, like chocolatey brown. Okay, I'm just gonna do a little bit here, close to the lashes. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back with Plum Regalia and kind of just like smoke it out a little bit. Just add a little bit more drama to the eyeshadow look. Okay, so I wanna play with the let's play with the blushes first and then I'll get into the highlighters because I'm thinking I do want to add like some of the highlighter to the bottom lash line, like that gold one. I think that would be really beautiful. I'm actually gonna use every shade in this palette. I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'd like to actually start with this middle shade, which is Nymphette. So I'm gonna use that kind of as like, I guess we'll say kind of like a bronzer in a way, because then I'm gonna put Cherish as like a pop of color on the cheeks. I've actually never played with Pat McGrath blushes, so this is definitely like a first impressions for me. Yeah, I really want to take it close to the eyeshadow underneath. Kind of put it up a little bit into my hairline. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with Cherish right here as that like really pretty pop of color on my cheeks. I love this. Okie dokie. Let's do Venus Nectar. Like a little bit of a highlight on the top of the cheekbone. This powder, it's like I dip my finger into it and it's like very finely milled. It's a little more warmer than I would usually choose as a highlighter. But I think that this would be beautiful on a deeper skin tone, especially as like a pop of highlight right in the corner of the eyes. All right, now let's move on to the highlighters. I'm super excited. We have Extreme Gold, like I showed you guys a little bit earlier. So I'm actually gonna take this and I'm gonna put a little bit of that underneath my lash line. I'm like digging into it on like the very outer corner. I just don't want to mess up that like embossment. It's so pretty. Ooh, that was a good amount came off on that. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is really pigmented. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this mirror here. Ooh, what a pretty gold. I can't wait to do more looks with this. I'll try to post a couple more looks on my Instagram with this collection. I still want to do that one that I was talking about where it was like that very defined like eyeshadow look that was dark with like the blue glitter. Really, like that texture was really nice and creamy. Oh my gosh, wow. I just put a little bit on my hand here. I mean, I barely just tapped into that. That's insane. Wow, really, really pigmented. Now I'm gonna go into the incandescent gold. I'm going to put this one, I think on my brow bone, and I'm gonna put a little bit of that on the tops of my cheeks and then where I usually put the rest of my highlighter at. So I'm just gonna take my Smith 103 brush. I'm just gonna tap into the corner again. I will be glowing for days. Oh, this is so pretty. All right, I am going to put on some mascara, false lashes, and I will be right back. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I have to say that yes, this collection is 100% worth it, especially if you're a Bridgerton fan like I am. I think the textures, the colors, everything just screams Bridgerton to me. So I highly suggest, if you guys want to get your hands on any of these products, you have to go to the Pat McGrath website and you do have to get put on a wait list. I didn't realize that they were going to sell out quite like they did, but there was a lot of hype behind this particular collection. So as soon as this thing launched, I was like on that website and I got it. So excited. I am so happy to be here sharing my first impressions experience with you guys for the Bridgerton collection. I guess that's kind of like my final thoughts. I mean, everything was so stunning in this particular collection. I don't really have anything in particular that I didn't like about anything. There wasn't much fallout. All of the textures were really creamy. This blue is to die for. I just love this color. I'm so happy that I got the collection. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought about the show. Did you get your hands on the Pat McGrath Bridgerton collection? Do you have any specific makeup looks that you have done with it? Let me know down below. I'm really interested. I mean, let's have a conversation about this show because there were some points in this show, like I had mentioned, where I was like, okay, well, I guess we're gonna take it there. So this is such a beautiful collection. Again, thank you so much for joining me in my video. I'm so happy that I got to share this with you guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that bell if you'd like to see more of this face right here. And until my next video, I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.